Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Banished. So, let's see what we're going to be doing this time. So they've actually started building these storage barns. That's quite an achievement for them. And there's a couple of forest lodges around here that we was getting them to build as well. They should be starting on them pretty soon. Once these are finished, there's 4 and 4. That's the total amount that we have. Once these are up and running, then it should relieve the strain on all of these storage barns a little bit. Yeah, this one looks like this was 100% full. It looks like they're now not using this one so much as they're using this one here. Which, I don't know if that's a good thing, because the market person, maybe we need more people in the market. Because if I say we have 3 of 3 in that market, and then in this one over here we also have just 3 of 3. I'm not sure what the most efficient thing is, especially with the trading post as well. I'm never sure what the most efficient thing is with that. But we should probably put a couple more people in there so they can quickly get resources to and fro. Right, so we've got 16,000 food, so food is really starting to drop actually. We do need to get some more sort of gatherer hut things up and running. So, right, they're starting to do that one there. Let us make this whole region here a priority. Is this pasture being done? No, that's not been. Another fire? Right. Let's prioritise the fire region. This is what apparently sometimes it might help, I don't know. I can't believe it's a stone house as well that had to go on fire. What a joke. The most expensive house. They should get it out. Look, these wells are brilliantly positioned. Right, so there's 5 people homeless now, so let's just rebuild that. Now what are we going to prioritise now that that's been finished prioritising? Right, let's do the gatherer hut down there, because I mean let's face it, it's we need as much food as we possibly can. We were on 23,000 every single year and now we're only on 15,000, so we are starting to drop off a little bit. Quite considerably actually, quite scary actually, the amount that we have dropped off. I think a road up here as well. I mean, this is a massive area. What was I talking about? There's no flat areas. There's a huge region over here. Maybe I shouldn't have chopped down all the forest from here. What am I going to do? I mean, this could be a whole new village area up here, couldn't it? Or I could use it for gatherer huts again. So if I pin that one and pin that one so I can see the amount of space that's being utilised. Right, now if I get another gatherer hut and I put him, he can go in there, so he's not taking over any of that space. We'll pin him. We'll get another one. He can overlap slightly there. In fact, he should have been turned the other way around. Let's delete that. Delete, I said, delete. Right. Gatherer hut, gatherer hut, gatherer hut. Yeah, we'll put that there so it's got a very slight overlap. Pin him again so we can see. I love this pinning thing. It's a shame that there isn't just a mode that shows you the rings. Maybe another little one there. Pause and pin. One more here, perhaps. I mean, this could be a little bit overkill and a little bit silly, but I definitely want to make sure that the people are well fed, and gatherer huts certainly seem to be one of the best ways of doing that, and this is a massive amount of forest. I didn't even look at this side before when I was saying we've got no land left. I was just looking around this sort of mountainous, lakey region over here. So they should be... Right, let's get rid of all of these. they should be utilising all of this region now. So let's get a pathway that goes along there like that, and then comes down and will meet up with there. This one will then come down and meet up with this path. Is there a path there? Yep, path. This will come up here and shoot off to meet that. It's so hard to see in the forest, like where these things are. Even with the pause menu, it's very difficult to find out what outline they have. That can go down there like that, and it'll also link up here with this one. And did I put any more? That's the last one, is it? Yeah, I think that's the last one. Okay, so we've got a person at a trading post. Let's go see what he wants before he runs away. Right now, this is the trouble. Do I go for sheep, wait for sheep, or do I buy a load of this food? Because, to be honest, there's no point in... Well, if I put 100 of them in, that's 1,000 that I can spend with something that I haven't already got. So beans, for example. I don't have any beans, do I? So if I bought 1,000 beans, what else? 100 ale? If I put 100 ale in there, and then bought 800 peaches. Just trying to find the things that don't cost me any food, because if I start spending food for food, it's a little bit... doesn't make any sense, does it? And iron tools, I guess, because I will have enough for the sheep. Potatoes, I can get potatoes, can't I? And I can get wheat. Mutton is something that I can't get, although that costs 3 each time. Maybe I'll get 100 mutton. And... another 900. Beans, perhaps. Right. Done. Now I've got to be careful about this. I've got to be very, very careful. We've only got 144 tools. I do not want them to bring 150 in. Where are the steel tools as well? I do not want 100 of them because I don't know if we're actually producing any of them at the moment. Venison, we've got 200 to 200. 1,000 squash, even though we've got 0 in there. That's because we don't actually grow squash much anymore. We've got 800 peaches there coming out. Mutton there coming out. 800. Alright, 100 ale. How many ales do we have at the moment? 91. Let's just put that down to 50, I reckon. 50 ale in there. And that'll do. Back to work, guys. Back to work. Right, you're doing well over here. You're taking all of this down, which is nice because now you're getting quite a lot of wood for that. What's going on here? No citizens are available to work at this location. Oh shit. That's why. Right, you cut, you plant, you plant. Let's put you down to 1. And 1, 2, 3. That should solve that issue, I think. Yeah, that's worked out quite well. Right, so they've reached the limit of production. Well, I mean, to be honest, your limit can go on forever because we don't use leather for anything else, do we? Herbalist. Go on, get 400 herbs or something like that, just something stupid. How are the schools doing? Right, we've got 10 students in there and 13 in there, so why have we only got... Wait, 10, 20, that's 20... Have I got another school somewhere? Yeah, where's the other school? Ah, there. Okay, so there's 20 in there. Alright, fair enough. Got 40 something students. Population doesn't seem to have grown much recently. Although that's... I mean, people have been dying off, and I haven't really been building any more houses except for those 6 that I built up there. Right, you'll have to work on these. Housing wise, guys, you're going to have to put up with a couple of just maybe 2 stone houses per section at the moment, I think, because, well, maybe even, tell you what, you can have one stone house. In fact, 2 stone houses per gatherer hut, I think, might be alright. For now, anyway, and then we'll increase it as time goes by. How's food looking at the moment? 16,000. That's probably gone up only because of the other thing that we built. Like, because we bought all of that stuff in from the trading post is probably the only reason that's gone up. It seems to be dropping quite significantly at the moment. So that's 100%. So they're kind of doing their job. They're I think they're probably taking the strain off of these. Yeah, these ones are no longer really in use, whereas they all used to be 100% full before. I'm not sure if that's a good thing really, because this marketplace probably would have been best suited taking stuff from there. That's 47% full. This one never seems to be very full at all, does it? 26%. I mean, this has got a lot of food going on in it, this region. It's got the fish, it's got the gatherer huts down here, it's got plentiful chickens. We don't actually do anything with the pasture, do we? Right, they haven't built that, have they yet? They are building that at the moment as we speak. I think they're going to be doing that. So that's okay. Definitely not going to be doing that town hall for quite some time, I think. Where do people... In fact, farming. Where is farming being done? We want to stop that on there. We'll work that and we'll do some squash, because we haven't done squash for a while. And we'll also pause that and that. And work that and that. That can be potato and that can be wheat. Do we have enough farmers now? No, we need 4 more farmers. There we go. Go on, lad, you're going to be a farmer. There are citizens without jobs. Oh, we only need 18. Okay. I don't know what they were complaining about originally. I tell you what, actually, why don't I open up all of these farms for now, just temporarily, this season, and we'll get 5 farms working. That's hopefully 5,000 food at least extra this season. And then after that's done, that should bump us up a little bit more. We should have the gatherer huts kind of up and running by then, one would hope. We may have to try and get rid of some people somewhere though. That goes down to 3, we don't want 4 people in there. In fact, because we've done that though, the trouble now is that when we come to actually having these working, we won't have enough people, will we? What is this here? Tavern? Materials required are not available. At least the level worker does well, the clothing person. She does a good job, or he, whatever it is. It is a she. There always seems to be a she in the sort of the material places. I don't know if that's like meant to be like that, or if it's just a coincidence I keep looking at that moment in time. How are the fish doing? Ah, they're back up to their glory days. Back to the glory days. That's good. I'm kind of interested as to why these never seem to be full up. Maybe the market person just takes them from there more than they do from the other side. So this runs out a lot quicker perhaps. At least we've got no problem with wood though these days. In fact, I'm tempted to try and get a bit more firewood in here, actually, like 1,000. Depending on if sheep don't come next time, I'm tempted just to buy up a load of food. Somebody mentioned in the YouTube comments that they were able to kind of sustain a pretty sort of, I don't know, well, it was a quite sustainable society just by doing sort of wood really, and just trading for the food all the time when the trader comes by. I'd like to experiment with that, but I'm not sure I want to experiment with this village that I've got going on at the moment. What I don't quite understand with this is when it says coal limit 400, and I'm doing, well, no, I'm doing coal, it's got 24% remaining. If I switch to iron, it's still only 24% remaining. I don't really understand why that's the case, because I'm not am I mining the iron out at the same time? If I'm mining them both out, why don't I just utilise them both? I'm not really sure what is going on there. Right, we need another pasture. We're gonna work cattle, put one more person in there, and then we'll split this, and they should hopefully come over to here. Yeah, we've got 7 in there now. So that means we'll have potentially up to 40 cattle, and we will then be able to slaughter them and get some nice meat in, get some good beef. How are we doing over here? Right, they haven't done anything to any of this yet, have they? They seem to be rather slow these days in regards to actually building stuff. Are they just, is it because they're just ripping down this entire forest over here? Oh yeah, now they're mining all of this stuff up, aren't they? I think I actually need to prioritise it a bit more. What do you have? Right, so that'll be 3,000 food worth of stuff I could get if I had traded that. I don't know if that's sensible. I don't know if I should do that yet. I think I might just leave that and wait for a sheep to come along or something. Right, talking about this, let's go over here and let's prioritise this region here. I do actually want you to... In fact, this, why have I got this house building first? I do, guys, want you to just build the gatherer huts, please. No, that is the gatherer hut that I just paused. Right, the house, pause that, prioritise, please just build the gatherer huts. I just need 2 more of them up and running where you're slightly overlapping but not too badly. Right, they're both planting cut and cut. That's alright, isn't it? In fact, why don't I just have that as plant and cut, and then that can be as plant and that can be as cut. That way the outside edges, apart from down here, are being planted while the inside stuff is being cut away. A nice little overlap going on. Barns seem to be doing okay now. We're not really full up. This one seems to be getting most full with mushrooms by the looks of things, but everything else seems to be going quite okay. I've lost kind of direction at the moment. Not really sure which way I'm going, so I might call at the end of the video here, guys. I'll have a little think about it and try to discover what direction the village needs to go in the future. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.